how to build an 800 credit score with no credit. That's what this video is about today. And even if you have less than perfect credit history, this video can still apply to you. And I'm approaching this video as if I needed to start building credit for the first time today, what my plan would actually be and how I would do it. And you can follow this plan exactly, and this will help you build your credit score. Or you can deviate a little, because back in August I did another video on no credit history, how to build up your credit. Both videos, this one and the other one, will show you different credit card offers that are easy approvals for people with no established credit history or limited credit history. Also, I show some workarounds if you have less than perfect credit history, you have bad credit history, charge-offs, things like that, and you need to start over again. I'll show you how to switch out certain offers with others to help you start building your credit score up again. Now, the whole goal here is to reach an 800 credit score. And that is very possible for a lot of the viewers watching this video, but it takes time. What I can show you in a fairly short amount of time, if you follow my instructions, you're going to hit the 700 credit score range. Also, with consistency and following these practices I'll be talking about today, I see no reason why you can't reach a credit score of 760 or higher. And once you reach a credit score of 760 or higher, basically everything you need in life when you need to apply for loans such as a car or for a home mortgage loan, you're going to get really good interest rates. You will either get the best possible interest rate available or pretty close to that. And ultimately, why not? Let's reach high and try to get that 800 credit score level. Now, I have been asked many times whether or not I would sell a course to the viewers to help them build their credit. And in the comment section, I always write, well, I don't want to do that because this is the reason. You basically can do this all yourself. You can watch my videos or you can watch other content creators, because if you've watched my videos for a while, you know that from time to time I recommend different content creators that talk about credit, because if they have something important to say, I want to share that with you. And I actually have somebody that I am going to promote today, which I've never done before, and it is completely surprising that I wouldn't. And that would be Graham Stephan. Graham Stephan has reached an 800 credit score. He did that last year and he was really excited about it and made a video about it. And the reason I'm promoting it is that he's going to tell you from his perspective what it took for him to get there as well. So you can get my point of view, and I encourage you to look into Graham's point of view. You can find the link to that video in the description below. I generally don't go on different credit card creators' comment sections to leave comments. I've only actually done it to one other creator that I can think of, but I always write comments in Graham's comment section, and I have favorable things to say about him, because even when I was really small channel, I have over 7,000 subscribers now, but even when I was really small, he most of the time responded back, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm very happy to promote this video today, and you'll find some really good information that he's talking about, these things that he did, and it took him a while to get to 800 as well. So it's all about just doing the right things to help you get a good credit score. You want to get to good, very good, and you want to get to excellent. So if you get to 760, like I said before, consider yourself a winner, because you have a credit score higher than most people. So the first credit card I'm talking about is the Discover It Secured card. So if you have no established credit or limited credit history that's positive, there is such a good chance that you'll be able to get approved for this credit card offer. I reviewed this card back in January, and since then, a lot of people have left comments and they have said that they had zero credit and they were able to get the Discover It Secured card. And I think that's really exciting news, because this card is the most popular secured credit card you can possibly get, because it really turns unsecured. This is a card that truly graduates, and you don't have to ask or wait a long time. Some of these other secured cards that graduate will say, well, you just have to hold on to it for 12 months and then nothing happens. You might have to have it 2.5 years before it graduates. With Discover, all you need to do is pay your bills on time, and all your bills with Discover and any credit card you have good on-time payment history, they will automatically release your security deposit in about 7 months and also give you a credit line increase. So you're going to have a cashback credit card from day one, and in time it will be unsecured. So that is the top pick. So if I was to start all over again from no credit, the first credit card I would get would be the Discover It Secured card. Now, if you have less than perfect credit history, say it's a little shaky, you're not so sure, Discover It Secured card, you might not get it. And so in that case, I would recommend trying the Capital One Secured card. And you can find out if you're able to get it simply by going to the Capital One website. And when you go to the Capital One website, simply go to the pre-qualification page, fill out the information, and you'll see if they'll offer you the secured card, or they might even offer you the Platinum card for Fair Credit, which has no annual fee and no security deposit. And also, just a note, the Capital One Secured card doesn't have an annual fee either. You just have to put that security deposit down, which is a possibility of 3 situations. You either have to put down $49, $99, or $200. It all depends on your credit history. But this would be a good card to start with if you have less than perfect credit history. Now, if you have absolutely terrible credit history, you still have an option. And I think this is a very good, decent option, and that is the OpenSky Visa. And the reason for that is they basically will take anyone as long as you have a job. They're happy to extend you credit, and they're very fair with their terms. A $200 security deposit is required for a $200 line of credit. You can put more money down, so you can increase your credit score. Your credit line if you want to, but all you need is $200 to get started, and they only have an annual fee of $35 a year. And OpenSky is very straightforward and honest, and I have been recommending them for years, and people are happy with it. So again, check the comments in the comment section, and you will see that people that have really bad credit history have been approved for OpenSky, and you don't even need a bank account. So after I apply and get approved for the Discover It Secured card, the next credit account I would open would be a self-credit builder loan, which is not a credit card, but it is an installment loan and gets reported as an installment loan. So this strategy here is to start building your credit mix, which can help boost up your credit score a little bit more, which is really important when you have no established credit history. Getting another factor in to help increase your credit score is very helpful. So when you start with a credit builder loan from Self, you make payments on that loan, and after a few months they will offer you the self-secured Visa if you've been paying on time with your account. And with the self-secured Visa, you can actually take the security deposit from the payments you've already made with your credit builder loan, and that can be your security deposit, so you don't have to come up with upfront money to get the self-secured card. If you want to learn more about it, I have a link in the description below that's going to show you more about that. So I think this ends up being really good. So if all you ever do is open a self-credit builder loan and then open a self-credit builder visa, you will have credit mix. And that's going to help you boost up your credit score a little bit higher, a little bit faster. And that's what the point of this video is, to get you to increase your credit score as fast as possible in a reasonable way. Now, I did do a video on credit mix and whether it's important, and I do answer the question on whether you need credit mix to actually get an 800 credit score. So if you're interested in knowing, check out that video. I've linked it in the description below. Any video I'm talking about today, any mention, I will have those links in the description below. Okay, so if you're finding value in this video today, please hit that like button. It helps me out a great deal. It's good for the health of my channel. YouTube likes to see that. And if you want to see more videos of me talking about different credit card offers or ways to increase your credit score, make sure you subscribe to CreditFast. Hit that bell notification and they will notify you. And if you have a friend that this video could help, make sure you share it with them. So my plan, my hypothetical plan, if I had to build credit again from zero, at this point I'll have the Discover It secured card, a self-credit builder loan, and a self-secured visa. I'm making my payments on time. Also, I'm only using approximately 20% of my credit limits each and every month, preferably less than that, because that's a good signal to the credit bureaus that you're using credit responsibly. And I will every month pay my balances in full. So after a year of doing that consistently, my report is going to be reflected as somebody who's very responsible with their finances. So this is going to help with the next step. Now, last week's video, I talked about easy to get approved store credit cards. And I recommend that you watch this video because I talk about my story about rebuilding credit and how those store cards, 3 out of those 4 store cards, were a very important part in helping me rebuild my credit. So the 4 cards I'm talking about are the Walmart store card, the Target store card, Amazon.com store card, and the Best Buy store card. Now, many of these cards come in major credit card form of a MasterCard or a Visa, or they just have the store cards on their own. Target, it's just a store card when you apply for it. Maybe later they'll allow you to upgrade it to MasterCard. I have the Target MasterCard, but you will start out with the Target store card. Regardless, these 4 cards, you're going to have an easier time getting approved for when you have credit score somewhere between fair and good. Because if you follow my plan, your credit score will be somewhere between fair and good. And the first set of credit cards, especially the major credit cards that you can get approved for, are those 4 cards. And the good news, if you can't get approved for the major credit card, there is a store card version that you are very likely to get. Again, my entire story on this is in this video over here. Make sure you check it out because it kind of gives you strategies on how to do that. But honestly, this is what I did in real life to get my credit score to a really good level and a consistent level. So this is a recommendation I have because I've actually done it for myself. So at this point, you've done 2 parts of my plan. Part 1, you got the Discover It secured card, a self-credit builder loan, and then the self-secured visa. You held on to those for 1 year, paying all your bills on time, using a low amount of your available credit. And then you were able to start applying for these store cards, those 4 store cards I mentioned. And you should have 2 or more of those cards. And what you want to do then is use those cards responsibly like the other credit lines and just make small purchases. Now, this is the really interesting part in all of this. I don't think, or I should say, I'm not going to say what you should do, but if it was me, at this point, I would not apply for any more credit cards. Just pay your bills on time, use those lines that you have, because an interesting thing will start to happen. You will start to get letters from different credit card companies, and they're going to start coming from places that offer credit card offers for bad to fair credit, and they're not the best credit card offers. They have a feeling that maybe you'll get a little excited to see that letter in the mail and that you're gonna go apply for it and get it, but you do not want to do that. I don't know how many letters I got from Credit One, and I ignored them all because at this point I already had the credit cards that I wanted, and they didn't have annual fees. And this getting another line from Credit One or any of the other credit card offers that came in the mail were not the best, and they were going to cost me fees, even application and monthly fees, let alone the annual fees. So I completely ignored those. I would not get any of them, even if there was the ones that had the no annual fee, but they had no rewards with them. I just ignored it entirely. I just went about my life. I made those small purchases, paid them on time, and then eventually it started to happen. All those really good credit card offers that you guys want, the ones with the sign-up bonuses, no annual fee, really good reward programs, they started coming to me. And that's when I started to apply again. And this is the point that I'm trying to make, is that you guys do need at certain points to credit garden. And at that point, I actually made a video on it 2 years ago about how this all happened. And credit gardening's important because sometimes you got to take a break. You don't want to constantly apply for things, because it's not a good signal to the credit bureaus, and I don't think it's going to help you boost your score. If you followed my plan, you would have some lines of credit, some good lines of credit that you actually want, and you're going to have those. And in those 2 stages, you were credit gardening. And when you credit garden, you're not getting hard credit inquiries on your credit report. You're not doing anything that's going to potentially lower your credit score. So my story on why I had to credit garden was because once I started getting those pre-approval offers, there were 3 of them I wanted, and because I applied for them, my credit score took a dive. But that was okay. I got those 3 credit scores, those 3 credit cards I'm talking about in the video. And they were the Discover It Secured card, the American Express Green card, and then I got the one that I really am happy with, that I really like, is the Citi Double Cash card. And because I waited, I got those cards, and the credit card companies came to me and they gave me sign-up bonuses. So truly the reason I did this video was to help the everyday 18-year-old who doesn't know how to start building their credit. I hope that you follow my plan either in this video or in my other video I did back in August that's going to give you a solid game plan in helping you build an excellent credit score. Let's hope to 800, because I think many of you watching can get to 800, but even if you can get to the high 700s, I'd be really happy. So thank you so much for watching. Good luck with building your credit score. Make sure you hit that like button if you'd like this video today. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that bell notification, it'll notify you. And I'll see you next time.